You remember how they cheered when the guns stopped? Church bells rang in every village from Aberdeen to Adelaide. Women threw flowers at returning troop trains. Politicians promised a land fit for heroes. Newspapers printed peace in letters 10 inches tall. And then, very quietly, the silence became heavier than the shelling ever was. Because 1919 was not the year the war ended, it was the year people first tried to pretend it had never happened. This is not a story of treaties and conferences, although those come later. This is the story of the first 12 months when ordinary people, widows, amputees, orphans, unemployed veterans, bankrupt shopkeepers, grieving mothers, slowly realized that the armistice had not ended anything important. I'm your host, and this is Talemaster Legends Series. Welcome. What you're about to learn isn't just about a single event. It is about how the entire structure of Europe, centuries of alliances, rivalries, imperial ambitions, and nationalist fervor is balanced on knife's edge. One moment changed everything. In this episode, we uncovering the hidden rivalries that divided Europe into two hostile camps, and exact reasons how all these catastrophic events triggered all of a sudden. The killing had mostly stopped, but the dying continued. January 1919. The influenza wave that started in army camps in 1918 is still killing faster than the trenches ever did. In the American Expeditionary Forces alone, more men die of flu in January-February 1919 than died in combat during the entire Meuse-Argonne offensive. They are buried quickly, sometimes in mass graves, because the hospitals are overflowing and the gravediggers are sick too. In Britain, families receive telegrams that read, "Deeply regret to inform you that your son, PTE, died of influenza on," not killed in action, died of influenza, as if that made it less war-related. In Germany, the blockade is still in force. The Allied naval blockade, meant to starve the German war machine, continues until the treaty is signed. Children in Berlin develop rickets and scurvy. Milk goes to priority groups, which does not include civilians. Turnips become the staple food, hence the bitter nickname Kohlrubenwinter, turnip winter, extends into 1919. Berliners burn furniture, books, floorboards. Middle-class families who once had savings now trade heirlooms for potatoes. The resentment is already hardening. February 1919. Paris Peace Conference is in full swing. Woodrow Wilson arrives like a prophet, tall, idealistic, speaking of self-determination and a world safe for democracy. Lloyd George wants German colonies and German gold. Clemenceau wants revenge and a buffer against Germany. Orlando wants territory from Austria. The Big Four argue in closed rooms while the small nations wait in corridors. Meanwhile, the soldiers are coming home. Demobilisation is chaotic. In Britain, men are discharged with a gratuity of 20 to 60 pounds and a rail ticket. Many find their old jobs gone, given to women or to men who never served. Unemployment benefit is 6 months maximum. After that, nothing. The heroes become beggars with medals. April 1919. The German delegation finally sees the draft treaty. They are horrified. War guilt, massive reparations, territory losses, army reduced to 100,000 men, no air force, no tanks, no submarines. Brockdorff-Ronsau's speech in Versailles. "We are not without guilt, but we deny that Germany alone bears the guilt." The hall is silent. The Allies do not budge. Sign, or the blockade continues. Sign, or the war resumes. They sign. June 28, 1919, exactly 5 years after Sarajevo. German newspapers appear with black borders. The stab in the back myth is already circulating. The army was not defeated in the field, it was betrayed at home. The Freikorps, angry ex-soldiers, begin to see themselves as the true defenders of Germany. Meanwhile, the other treaties are signed. Austria becomes a tiny landlocked republic, forbidden Anschluss with Germany. Hungary loses 63% of its territory and 58% of its population. Bulgaria shrunk. The Ottoman Empire is carved up by Sevres. Greece given Smyrna. Kurdistan promised independence. Armenia created. Turkey refuses to accept it. Mustafa Kemal begins the Turkish War of Independence. The Middle East is divided in secret rooms. Britain takes Iraq and Palestine. France takes Syria and Lebanon. New borders drawn with rulers by men who have never visited the places. Ethnic time bombs planted everywhere. July 1919. Amritsar Massacre aftermath. General Dyer's troops fired into an unarmed crowd in Jallianwala Bagh. 379 official dead, probably 1,000 plus. Gandhi launches non-cooperation. The Raj begins to crack. August 1919. Weimar Constitution adopted. On paper, progressive, democratic. In reality, born under blockade and humiliation. The right calls it a November betrayal. The left calls it bourgeois compromise. Neither side believes in it. September 1919. Adolf Hitler joins the tiny German Workers' Party. He is sent as an army spy. Within months, he is running it. The swastika appears on posters. October 1919. John Maynard Keynes publishes The Economic Consequences of the Peace. He warns that reparations will destroy Germany's economy and breed revanchism. Almost nobody listens. November 1919. First anniversary of armistice. In London, 2-minute silence observed. In Berlin, nationalist demonstrations. In Paris, victory parades already feel hollow. December 1919. Christmas in defeated Germany. No coal, no toys, children given turnips carved into shapes. The resentment is now generational. 1919 was not the year of peace. It was the year people first tried and failed to forget. The soldiers who came home did not speak much. The widows wore black for years. The children grew up knowing their fathers only from photographs. The politicians signed papers. The bankers counted deaths. The generals wrote memoirs, and the graves kept appearing in fields that used to be battlefields. The war did not end. It simply moved inside people and inside nations, and it waited. 1919 was not peace. It was the first year of pretending, and pretending never lasts. This is just the beginning of a story. In future episodes, we'll explore the Western Front warfare, the rise of new weapons, the strategies of great generals, and the human cost of this conflict. If you want to understand the history that shaped the modern world, subscribe to Talemaster Legends series. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in next one.